Breaking news. IPOB bids to force US to intervene in Nnamdi Kanu's case gets boost. The call by a US Congressman, Jarvis Johnson, of the state of Texas, seeking the American government's intervention in the continued detention of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, has received the backing of eminent Igbo personalities. Hi guys, welcome back to Prospect Channel TV. Thank you for always coming out here. If you are just joining us, please kindly subscribe to this channel and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. May God bless you all. Amen. The call by a US Congressman, Jarvis Johnson, of the state of Texas, seeking the American government's intervention in the continued detention of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, has received the backing of eminent Igbo personalities. Johnson, who made the demand in a statement dated January 9, 2023, said it would be wrong for the US, which had defended democracy in different parts of the world, to stay aloof and watch the Nigerian government flagrantly violate both its rules and international law. He accused Nigeria of carrying out genocide against her citizens. The US lawmaker maintained that Kanu committed no crime by asking for a referendum for the self-determination of his oppressed Biafrans. He strongly condemned Kanu's abduction and extraordinary rendition from Kenya, saying that the time has come for the US to call the Nigerian government to order. The statement read in parts. Mazi Kanu's only offense is that he is the leading advocate of the freedom of all oppressed Nigerians, and for a referendum on the Biafran issue, the right to free speech, including political advocacy, is a cornerstone of all democracies. At a time when democracy is threatened globally, it is imperative that we all join hands to protect Mazi Kanu's right to freedom of speech. The illegal kidnapping, the torture, and solitary confinement of Nnamdi Kanu offends our democratic norms. So does the willful disobedience of the judgment of all courts by the Nigerian government. I am demanding the immediate release of Nnamdi Kanu. The government of Nigeria needs to comply with the UN mandate and the orders of its own courts. The Nigerian government is carrying out another form of genocide, one citizen at a time. I am calling on the American government to get involved to stop this genocide. We have protected other countries around this world to help vulnerable populations. We need to do the same for Nigeria and its Biafran citizens. Speaking with Sunday Vanguard on the matter, National President of Abia State Elders Consultative Forum, Professor Princeway, described the call as long overdue. He said that it was signified that the international community was aware of the plight of the IPOB leader and the persecution of Igbo in Nigeria. His words, "The call is timely. I am glad that the international community seeks the ordeals of the Igbo man in Nigeria." He expressed disappointment that despite repeated appeals by Igbo leaders, President Buhari has failed to release Nnamdi Kanu. The late President General of Ohaneze Ndigbo, Ambassador George Obiozor, before his death, had an audience with President Buhari and begged him to release Nnamdi Kanu. Despite the promises, Kanu is still detained, the Abia Elders leader said. Igbo elders have done everything to show Buhari our protests in a gentle way. We had thought that by taking a moral citizen approach, Buhari would take the part of honor, but instead, he chose to listen to his brothers who are not interested in the unity of this country. Areodo said that the continued detention of Kanu against court judgment amounted to the humiliation of the entire Igbo race. The Abia elders expressed optimism that the call by the U.S. congressman will be heeded by the U.S. government. On its part, the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, Abia State Chapter, hailed the move by the U.S. congressman and urged Buhari to heed the growing calls for Kanu's release. The CAN chairman, Abia State, Apostle Emmanuel, said the opinion of the UN lawmaker was an indication that the world was monitoring developments about Kanu's continued detention. He urged Buhari to show he is the father of all by giving a political solution to Kanu's matter as being clamored by many. The cleric noted that early solution of Kanu's matter will help restore peace to Southeast for the good of all. He commended the U.S. congressman for speaking up while urging the U.S. government to also take a position on the matter. Also speaking, a former presidential aspirant of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Dr. Cosmos Ndukwe, commended the U.S. congressman for the bold move, but urged him to go beyond more press statements and raise it as a motion in the American House of Representatives. The former Deputy Speaker of the Abia State House of Assembly said it will carry more weight if the move had come as a motion to the House. Commenting on the matter, the Chairman Board of Trustees, Boards, Igbo think tank Professor Madubuike Ezibe, urged the Nigerian government to obey various court judgments concerning Nnamdi Kanu. He said it was a violation of the rule of law for the government to still hold Kanu against court pronouncement, as doing so send wrong precedents about the rule of law in the country. The professor also urged that it is in Nigerians' interest and global image to obey court orders. A coalition of Southeast youth leaders, also speaking, described the action of the U.S. congressman as a right step in the right direction. The group President General Goodluck Ibem told Sunday Vanguard that the continued detention of Kanu is a confirmation that the president is on a gross personal vendetta against Kanu and Igbo. He wants the president to obey the UN. We want the president to obey the UN mandates and the Court of Appeal judgment that released Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally from detention, Ibem stated. The group said the intervention of the U.S. congressman is proof that the decadence in our democracy and institutions has reached an alarming state where the center can no longer hold. The U.S. has seen with their eyes how our democracy has been reduced to an autocratic and dictatorial regime where there is no rule of law and obedience of court orders. We urge the United States and the international community to listen to the Congressman Jarvis Johnson to save our hard-earned democracy before it is totally destroyed. Injustice to one is injustice to all. The UN should do its best to ensure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released.